Welcome to By the Numbers. I'm FM Tahiti and I hope you're all doing well. In this episode we've got a match against Portadown and we're going to kind of reflect a little bit on where we're at in the Premiership. So you can see in the screen here we're 9th against 12th, so Portadown at bottom of the table. Let's just have a quick look there. So you've got 6 points after 9 games. We've not really kicked on much since the last video really. Portadown are doing worse than us, but this is actually quite tight here. 3 points difference isn't much difference at all, and then we've got 6 points between us and Glentoran, so it's we're in the dogfight here as it stands. So if we look at the schedule and see how we've done, the last match we had on camera was against Linfield where we lost 2-0. We then managed to scrape a 2-2 draw against Crusaders, and we're actually winning that one. And they came back from 2 goals down. So Devlin and Burns scored and then they came back from it. Then against Coleraine we managed to get a goal back in the end, but we lost that one 2-1. Against Ballymena United we just lost 1-0. We didn't play that badly, we just didn't have any kind of cutting edge. And Glenavon, even though it says it's 3-1, we didn't play that badly. We actually took the lead. And we did have a player sent off as well, but by that point we were still already losing. We'd had a penalty against us. So I'm a bit kind of in two minds because tactically, this is what we've got. We've got a few players we're going to have to deal with this next match. There are things about this tactic I really like, and it has really worked getting us here. But we are so outclassed by some of the other teams that I don't think we can carry on with this exactly the way it is. Like, for example, we're positive. We're playing into space. I don't think we can keep that up against some of these teams. We might have to change this. But I want to see how we do against Portadown. Because if we can play well against the teams around us and get enough points, then it's not too bad. We can manage and then build from this. If we lose to Portadown, though, I think we do need to make a bit of a tactical change, and that's what we'll do in the next episode after this. But yeah, I like this. Especially like the 3 here and the 3 here. But if it doesn't go well, I'm going to go back to the kind of tactical drawing board and look at some of the stuff from some of Simon Keen's articles on Dictate the Game. And maybe on Strikerless, there's an article about a midfield 3. I'll come up with something, but we'll probably be going back to some kind of long ball. Again, I say going back, this is already partially kind of long ball. But yeah, we are massively outclassed. Just as a kind of reminder, if we go to the kind of detailed team stats and go down here to salary per annum, This is where we are. We should be bottom of the table on salary spent. And when you look at the kind of statistics of how well teams should do, it's not the transfer outlay that predicts points at the end of the season. It's actually the salary outlay that predicts that, usually in real world football. So we're doing better than we'd expect, but it's not as good as we'd hoped in terms of trying to stay safe for this season. Let's make some subs. Let's bring on Ben Mitchell for Burns. And instead of Robinson, let's move Warwick over. And then, who are we going to put on there? Let's put on Gordon. Let's shift some of these around. We're going to put on for McGree. Dunn's not quite back from fully fit from that, but he'll do. Bonas and Devlin are doing okay, they're just not consistently hitting goals in. They'll have a good match, then they'll be quiet, they'll have a good match. I don't think that's because they've got anything wrong with them in terms of their mentality or their kind of personality. I think it's hard for them at this level compared to the level below. I want to win. Bottom of the table. Okay, straight into the back of him. Good one, Gordon. One thing I won't be turning down if we do make a tactical change is how hard we tackle. I think that's a strength. I'm not going to get rid of that. Across, I think, all of the saves I'm playing, I've only got 3. This, Tahiti, and a kind of offline one. Since the kind of patch, I mean, this is the first time I played it since the winter update, where I don't think there's too much that's been changed to the match engine for this one. Or down to Bonas. But generally since the match engine patch, I've struggled a little bit, but not completely. I don't think it's a all down to the kind of the change in the match engine. It's had some effect, but not necessarily a huge one. Ooh, close there by Kemp. Yeah, I think some of it's just because we've been promoted so far up now that this is a struggle. Long by Young. Back in. Bonis. See, there we go. Bonis is still doing that target man job. Just not necessarily getting as many of those opportunities in, but that's kind of all from a set piece, really. Even though it's come back out, we've still set up and positioned for it. It was more or less a carbon copy of how we would have done it if it'd been a free kick, for example. Bonis. See, he still doesn't look great, but he's 6'2" and shoots with power. McCallion saving that one. One of the problems I do have is if we do need to make a big tactical change, I don't have much flexibility in terms of the players because we're outside the transfer window now. So, for example, if I want to play lots of central midfielders, I don't have lots of central midfielders. I've got to do something that works with the players we've got, which was based on this tactic being the one we go for. Long by Cockcroft and across the field. Go on, Warwick. Corner will do. Set pieces is what we're here for, really. Bonis again. Oh, he's unlucky. Young going long again. Bonis. Looking more dangerous against Portadown than we have done against most teams. The slouch shooting is 2-1, but we've got the dangerous moves. Keevan McCallion in. Bonis. Oh, what a run and what a pick up there. Volleyed it in with power, obviously. Backs the defensive midfielder and up over the top. I think we need to just be doing that more. But we just need to make our tactics slightly less fancy. Oh, Kemp's away. Oh, he's passed him like he wasn't there. And he didn't score. He should have scored that one. I wouldn't have been that mad if he'd scored that one because he's put the effort in. Just got a normal 4-4-2. They've got a target man as well. Target man and a poacher setup. Okay, this is good. If we can keep hold of this, this will get us closer to double figures in points at least. I was planning on changing the tactics if we lost. I think what I might need to do is assess again, look a little bit more closely at how we do against form sides or slightly better sides. Let's see what we need to tweak against them. Maybe we just come up with a properly defensive version of this tactic for the bigger teams like Larne and Linfield and so on. And then keep this one against the smaller sides. So I think maybe we do just have to be more tactically flexible if we want to survive. And survival is what we're aiming for. It's our first season. It's a good free kick. Good save. Cockcroft back in for the corner. Go on, Gordon. I think Gordon's been fairly quiet this match, other than going through the back of one of their players. Okay. I'm going to bring Dunn on for Gordon. It's a yellow card. Do love yellow cards. Shows me the team's getting stuck in. But I also don't want him getting sent off. Not when we're 2-0 up. In they go. 2-1. Is this where it falls apart now? Or should I shout at them? Don't want to see that. What should I shout? Concentrate. Oh, Devlin. Devlin's been pretty quiet as well. Let's take Devlin off. And bring on... Yeah, let's bring on Hunter. Overwhelmed by telling him to concentrate. Bonis back to Dunn. Oh, that should have been better. Nice move there. Could have been better at the end. Should have been us 3-1 up. Players taking their time getting to the ball then. Oh, Hunter's ball through should have been better as well. You'd have put him through, that would have been amazing. What should I shout? Should I just encourage them? Yeah, let's encourage them. See what happens now. Ooh, that was almost the equaliser. Frustrated. You know what? I'm just not going to talk to them. They're on their own there. Kevin McCallie looks exhausted. What do you think about subbing him? Yeah. He may be. Or Downey for him, he can play in that role. See, hold on. Would have loved a clean sheet, but we'll take a win if we can. Kemp's just running straight through. Ooh. Bit like the Crusaders match all over again. I'm a bit irritated by Kemp's runs. This is something I noticed in the patch initially, that there was a lot more in the way of crazy dribbles going on. He has done it a couple of times, but then also I could have tried to shut that down. I mean, we are already on press urgently, sort of close down and tackle hard, but I could have repositioned. So we've gone from having a win to a draw. And I think for me that means we need to at least have a kind of shut out the game tactic. We can't stick to our kind of aggressive attacking guns. We have to also find some guns that are aggressive and defensive for the next match. Let's see where we are with everything. Far from pleased, to be honest. Yeah, I feel bad for the goalkeeper, but generally, no, I wasn't good enough. 7 points though. We're still not in that fight. And the teams below us are still struggling, so Dungannon lost, Ballin and Mallard lost. Portadown didn't lose, but that's our own fault. I'm hopeful, but this is so close, and our form is so kind of off, that we could easily end up down here as it stands. And we've got some bigger teams to play coming up. So we've got Larne in the cup. Then we've got Ballin and Mallard, which is probably a key one. Maybe I'll tweak the tactics for that one. Larne again, Dungannon. There's a few key matches, but there's a lot of matches I'm just hoping to scrape points, whereas what we're doing against Portadown is just scrape points. But we'll come back. I'll have a think about my tactics. If you've got any suggestions, let me know, and I'll see if I can incorporate them. I'm probably trying to record a few episodes all in one go at the moment, just to get ahead of things, but I will try and put suggestions in place if they seem sensible and they might be helpful. And we clearly need a bit of help. Look at all that red. All that red there. I can't go too far away from the diamond, I don't think. I just don't have the options, but we'll see. So yeah, thanks very much for watching, and I will see you in the next episode.